Good morning, students. The topic is finished. We need to work out some problems and just a few formulas. One, two formulas I will discuss. In this is a important problem. Generally asked even computer exams also, but computer exams final result you need to know. A ring, a disc, hollow sphere. Three objects given in the textbook solved exam problem at the end of the topic given. Solid sphere, hollow sphere. They didn't give you only three objects they have given actually, but we can take four objects: ring, disc, hollow sphere, solid sphere. Start rolling down. Start means initial velocity is 0. Rolling down the same inclined plane. Then which one touches the ground? Bottom of the plane with more velocity and less time and more accelerations. The length of the inclination is L, same inclination. Take it as the rough surface only. And the height is h of the inclination. Sin theta becomes equal to h by L wherever required. And the total potential energy initially mgh is converted into kinetic energy. That means half mv square equal to half potential energy mgh is equals to half mv square plus half I square. I equal to mk square. I equal to mk square and v equal to omega r. R is the radius of the circular objects. Substitute the values, will get the relation mgh equal to half mv square. This is in terms of the translated kinetic energy. This relation you need to remember directly. You have to take this step. MM cancels anyway. Our potential total energy is nothing but now in this case potential energy equal to translated kinetic energy into 1 plus k square by r square. This you have to know. Remember, if you are converting into rotational kinetic energy, the total energy is equals to potential energy equal to rotational kinetic energy half I omega square into 1 plus r square by k square comes here. Reverse comes if you are taking the rotational kinetic energy. 1 plus k square by r square you take for the translated kinetic energy. Capital R I taken for the radius, so same we need to carry forward. So V, if we equate it from this, we will get mm cancels independent of the mass. It only depends on k square by r square terms. This 1 plus k square versus a constant for the given rolling object. If it is no rolling, only sliding is there, means this part k is equals to 0 you have to take. So V equal to root of 2gh only comes. V square equal to u square plus 2s equation of that kinematic equation we have to use. Then u is 0 starting from rest. And sin theta is equals to h by L, and in these terms g, theta, h and L are constants. Then substitute the values here. What you get here is acceleration is equals to, from this relation, a equal to v square by 2L. V square is 2h by 1 plus k square r square. No, the result acceleration is g sin theta by 1 plus k square r square for the rolling object. These are for rolling motions, rolling final velocities, rolling accelerations. And for rolling object, what is the time taken to touch the ground? So this is a time of descent on the inclined surface. Time of descent on the inclined surface. S equal to ut plus half. S means length of the inclination L, same for all the three objects. U is 0, however, this t becomes equal to 2L by A. A substitution here, you will get 2L by A is equal to g sin theta by 1 plus k square by r square, go to the numerator. So this relationship you have to substitute for the three objects. You have to remember this velocity formula: total energy, velocity, acceleration, time. If you know these one equation, you can calculate the other equations easily. Next is hollow sphere, hollow ring or hollow cylinder. Ring and hollow cylinder same conditions. I equal to mr square equal to mk square. So k square by r square equal to 1 going now. V equal to root of 2gh by 1 plus k square r square becomes equal to 1 plus 1 is 2. So by 2 it comes. So 2gh is constant now. You are taking terms of the 1 by root 2. So this is 1 by root 2 times 1 by root 2 into root of 2gh. 1 by root 2 is nothing but equal to 0.707. And acceleration A is equals to g sin theta by 1 plus k square by r square is this is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So g sin theta by 2, 0.52 g sin theta you will get. And time t is equals to 2L by g sin theta 1 to 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times you will get a 2, take it out. Root 2 is 1.414. This is a constant. Remaining terms not required because we will take the ratios, comparisons only. They will ask generally. Individual values, formulas they will ask. Next, disc or solid cylinder. One at the same conditions. For moment of inertia, I same equal to mr square by 2 equal to mk square. So k square by r square becomes equal to 1 by 2 means 0.5. So final velocity v equal to becomes is this 2, wherever it is there, replace with that is 1 plus 1. So k square by r square. K square by r square is nothing but equal to 0.5. So 1 plus 0.5 is 1.5 units. This is equals to 1.5 root of 2gh. This is nothing but equal to 3 by 2 means root of 2 by 3 you will get. You can check up the calculations. This is equals to how much I am leaving that part to you. This part you have to compare. This constant part number. This right adjacent part root part is same for all objects. So this part only you have to compare, and the acceleration also becomes equal to 1.5 1 plus k square plus 1.5 into g sin theta. Time is nothing but equal to this 2 replace with the 1.5 12 by g sin theta. Next is hollow sphere. If you have taken hollow sphere, I equal to 2 by 5 2 by 3 mr square equal to mk square. So k square by r square is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is 0.666. You will get 0.67. You can take a. So there 1.5 replaced with 1.67. Similarly for solid sphere, if you have taken ICM equal to 2 by 5 mr square equal to mk square. K square r square is 2 by 5 is 0.4 tau. So you get, and the velocity equal to root of 1 by root of 1.4. 1 plus k square by r square is 1 plus 0.4 is 1.4 root of 2gh. Acceleration is 1 by 1.4 into g of sin theta, and time is root of 1.4. So here in this case, if you check up the values, that velocity accelerations of the sphere, solid sphere will have the minimum moment of inertia. I is minimum. Total kinetic energy is translation plus rotation. If I is minimum, omega is maximum. If I is maximum, omega is minimum. That means if the moment of inertia more, that rotates more rolling motion is also there here, but it represents in the final expression in terms of the angular velocity. If I is more, for hollow objects, mass is at the end point, so therefore the moment of inertia is more. If I is more, omega is less. When omega and v is we are comparing here, if omega is less, v is more. And in the case of the solid sphere I is minimum. When I is minimum, omega is maximum. For hollow spheres, I is maximum, omega is minimum. Therefore solid sphere has a less rotation of its own axis, but a more translatory motion. Whereas in the case of the hollow objects, more rotation, less movement forward direction, means v is less, omega is more. In this case, you will check up the values, you will get a solid sphere has a minimum moment of inertia and maximum translational kinetic energy. So maximum translational kinetic energy means minimum rotational kinetic energy. Reach the bottom with maximum velocity, acceleration, but less time. You can check up the values of these objects. The concept point you have to know that solid sphere reaches the bottom earlier compared to other objects. That point you have to know. Yo-yo, you must have heard of the yo-yo. It is a toy. It is one of the oldest toy being played even by the cave people, it seems. Prehistorically, and exactly name why it came we don't know. But it also contains 2 discs and a small spindle, and this thread will be taken and rotated on it and left it free. Now it is falling downwards. Potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. 2 kinds of kinetic energies: rotational kinetic energy and translational kinetic energy. As the potential decreases, as it moves downwards, the rotational kinetic energy velocity increases. But which one is more? V is more or omega is more? Means already told you before, I omega. You have to check up. If I is more, omega is less. If omega is less, V is reverse. You have to take it up. Omega is less means V is more. If moment of inertia is more, sorry, 1 minute, I have to repeat the point. If I is more, omega is more, V is less, sorry, just point reverse. If moment of inertia is more, hollow bodies, if you have taken, for this mass is at the end points, I is proportional to mr square. So if, or mk square if you take, k is nothing but effective radius. These hollow objects, if you have taken, mass located at the end points, for them moment of inertia I is more, omega is more, rotation will be more, and the translatory is less. This is for the hollow objects. If you take the solid objects, mass is everywhere. In that case, for solid cases, moment of inertia is lesser and angular velocity also lesser, linear velocity is more. For these objects, linear velocity is more. For this yo-yo, different types of yo-yos will be there. Some yo-yos only mass at the end point, some yo-yos solid will be there. So depending on that mass distribution everywhere there means I is less. Mass only at the end points means I is more. So depending on that the V can be more or less for these yo-yos. This is a toy. As it comes down, the potential energy converted into kinetic energy. Rotation plus translation. At the end point, bottommost point, it stops. V will not be there. But it continues to rotate further and rotates in the reverse direction. Again, kinetic energy converted into potential energy. It won't. It has to oscillate, go up and down, keeping rotation and moving forward. This is not related to rolling motion, but applicable conditions of the same formula, similar formulas. Because rolling we talk at the ground, but here it's not on the ground, supported by the string we are taking. So in this case, it comes down in one direction and goes up in the opposite direction, rewinding backwards. But in this case, it will not go up and down permanently because of loss of kinetic energy by friction with the air also, with the thread also. But if there is no loss of energy, continuously it will be going down and up permanently. It will never stop without loss of energy. But theoretically only we take like that, practically it will be losing energy and come to rest after some time. Rotational kinetic energy. Kinetic energy and angular momentum relation. This is required only for the problems and only for formula. And if you take the translation kinetic energy, translational kinetic energy is equals to linear momentum square v square by 2m. How to get the relation is momentum is nothing but equal to mass into velocity. This is a linear momentum. Linear momentum is mass into velocity, and kinetic energy formula is half mv square multiplied with mass. The result is m into m is m square. So mv whole square by 2m is nothing but equal to, this is translational kinetic energy. mv is p, therefore kinetic energy translational equal to p square by 2m. For rotational motion, what we take is wherever linear momentum is replaced with angular momentum, mass replaced with the moment of inertia. So rotational kinetic energy equal to half I omega square formula we have, and this is rotational kinetic energy, and angular momentum L is equals to I omega we have. L equal to mv sin theta also there, L equal to I omega also there. This comes to moment of inertia. So this, for this formula you multiply it with the I. Mass here I, this becomes equal to half into I omega square into I by I. The result is I square omega square. I omega is L, so L square. Kinetic energy rotational is equals to half into L square by I, or L square by 2I is the formula. So remember this relationship. Textbook problems I want to discuss, and I will give you the hints for some formula problems you just need to work out. Seven 7.1 also just go through that. Some questions I will give you the numbers you need to work out. Now need to work out all the problems. Textbook problems, exercises. 7.2. HCl molecule, the separation between the nuclei of two atoms is about 1.27 angstroms. Find the approximate location of the center of mass of the molecule. Chlorine atom is 35.5 times that of mass, is more massive than that of the hydrogen atom. HCl molecule, that means HCl molecule, locate center of mass. They didn't ask you from which atom. Find the approximate location of the center of mass of the molecule. They didn't mention which one. You can find from hydrogen or from HCl or from chlorine. I didn't mention, we'll discuss that point. HCl molecule, locate center of mass. And this distance between the molecules is, that means molecular length of the molecular distance with the atoms is 1.27 angstroms. Atoms is 1.27 angstroms, and also given that the mass of chlorine atom, that means is 35.5 times mass of hydrogen atom. If they ask from the chlorine atom, no, you can take that chlorine only at the origin. If they ask from hydrogen, take the hydrogen at the origin. It will be easy for us for calculations. I am taking for example chlorine atom. Chlorine is heavier and bigger atom than that of the hydrogen. Hydrogen is the lightest. Mass of this atom is at the geometric center. Similarly for this at the center of the nuclei, nuclei. Chlorine and this is hydrogen atoms. Separation itself is R. So formula of the moment center of mass formula what we have is Xn equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. Separation is R. This itself becomes equal to x2. First one is at the origin. Therefore x1 is 0, y1 is not required here. This is the hydrogen atom, chlorine atom. Let chlorine atom is at origin, hydrogen atom on x-axis. Then what we get the relation is separation. What is the data given for us? X1 equal to 0 and x2 is equals to R, 1.27 angstroms. Result also mentioned as the angstroms. Masses m1 is nothing but equal to mass of the chlorine is equals to 35.5 times mass of hydrogen. m2 is mass of hydrogen. From the m1 m2 taking not compulsory, that is only for the general formula purposes I have written, not necessary. You can take NCl, NH only. Next is center of mass, from location of center of mass from heavier particles, from chlorine. If you ask for hydrogen, you can take hydrogen here. Center of mass will be close to larger mass, so this is center of mass. The distance from here to here is xcm, that we have to find out. Center of mass from chlorine atom, that means origin, is xcm equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by total mass, m1 plus m2. That means this is 0 plus m2 is nothing but equal to second atom, that is mass of the hydrogen, into x2 itself is equals to R, that is 1.27 angstroms by m1 plus m2. That means mass of the chlorine plus mass of hydrogen, which is equals to mass of the hydrogen into 1.27 angstroms by mass of the chlorine is 35.5 times mass of the hydrogen. So this will be 35.5 times mass of the hydrogen plus mass of the hydrogen. You can take out this mass of the hydrogen common in the denominator. It becomes equal to 36.5 into MH cancels. The result is xm equal to, xm is nothing but equal to 1.27 angstroms by 36.5. You can calculate this is how much, so many angstroms from chlorine atom. If they ask from hydrogen, now also you can calculate what is the remaining part is nothing but this total is R, this is xm. Remaining distance is R minus xm is nothing but equal distance from hydrogen. Or directly you can take first only hydrogen at the origin and we can calculate a similar procedure. That you check up the calculations. So 1.12. Solid cylinder of mass 20 kg rotates about its own axis, means through center of mass and along the length with the angular speed 100 radian per second. The radius of the cylinder is 0.25 meters. Find the kinetic energy associated with the rotation of the cylinder, means rotation kinetic energy. What is the magnitude of the angular moment of the cylinder? This one is important. Mass cylinder count. Solid cylinder is solid cylinder disc is same formulas. Solid circular disc. Mass is 20 kg. Angular speed, angular velocity is 100 radian per second. Radius is 0.25 meters. Length is not required for this case. Find rotational kinetic energy and angular momentum. Rotational kinetic energy and angular momentum, that means L. Answer. This is cylinder rotating like this. This is center of mass L. This R rotating with angular velocity omega. This is a solid cylinder. What is the relation for I is equals to is mr square. Moment of inertia is I equal to mr square by 2. Which is equals to about center of mass. M is 20 kg. Radius is 0.25 meters. Convert everything into SI units. Omega also radian per second is SI units. If they give RPM, convert into radian per second. Radius is 0.25 into 0.25 by 2. Is going to be 10. 25 into 25. 6, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. into 10, which is equals to 0.625 I units kg meter square. Next is A bit. Solid is moment of inertia. We require is rotational kinetic energy and angular momentum. This is A bit. Rotational kinetic energy rotational is equals to half I omega square, which is equals to half into I is 0.625 into omega square, that means 100 into 100. This we can take a decimals cancelled to 1, 2, 3, 10 times 6250 by 2. 2 3s are 1 5. Kinetic energy rotation units are joules. Kilojoules if you want to take 3.125 kilojoules. Next B which angular momentum. L is equals to I omega. I is nothing but equal to 0.625 into omega. Omega is 100, which is equals to 62.5. This is L units. We can take from this, but not right per second. S unit of angular momentum basically is mvr into sin theta. So kg meter per second into meter. So the result is kg meter square per second is the unit of angular momentum. So 1.13. The child stands on a turntable. Person on turntable, rotating arm stretched, has angular velocity. Person is on the turntable with hands stretched. Omega 1, moment of inertia is I1. Next, he folded the hands. Now, moment of inertia is I2. Angular velocity is omega 2. Person on turntable, arms stretched. Arms stretched means moment of inertia is more. Arms stretched, omega 1 is given. Omega 1 is 40 revolutions per minute. I2 less than I1. This rotation, omega 2 is more than omega. Moment of inertia is I1. Second case, folded hands. Hands folded. Omega 2 is given folded that such that it becomes equal to 2 by 5 times initial value. Folded means I2 is 2 by 5 times I1, 0.4 times means reduced. I2 is less than I1. Second part of this question, they asked the comparison of the kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy. As the speed increases, so omega 2 is more than omega 1, angular speed of rotation, not linear velocity. Angular speed increases means is omega 2. Omega 2 is greater than omega 1. Rotational kinetic energy increases. I and omega change both. I decrease means omega increase and vice versa, but omega square you are taking, therefore omega increase is more than that of the I, therefore kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy increases. You can verify this relation. We know the I and omega values. You can check up here. By taking the ratio, you will get the kinetic energy of the rotation after folding the hands is more than that of the kinetic energy rotation while stretching the hands. Kinetic energy increases when moment of inertia decreases. This part I am leaving it to you for calculations. We'll stop now.